and Charles Oliver.
On the Pioneer Sports Network, your home for Pioneer basketball, with the voice of the Pioneers.
Well, never a dull moment with us. The Tusculum Pioneers and the Lee University Flames here tonight here at Pioneer Arena. First game at home for these Pioneers. Looking forward to it. A familiar opponent. They just played them 6 games ago, and Lee got off to a wonderful start, and the Pioneers just couldn't get any offense going. And I don't know that we'll ever probably say that much, I don't know that we'll say that much this season. But Ryan Montgomery scored 16 points. Cody Jones added 14 as Lee improved to 3-0. Now, they haven't played since they took on the Pioneers 6 games ago. I chatted with Pioneer coach Nick Pasqua about that at the beginning and the potential of them maybe being a little different than they were just 6 games ago.
I don't think they'll be different. I think they are so fundamentally sound, and they've got so many guys that can shoot it that they're going to rely on that. You know, it's their first road game, so you'd like to think maybe we have an advantage there, but it's our first home game too, so you never know how that'll go on the other end for us. But, you know, I think if we – and they have not played in between, so they've spent a whole week prepping for the press, prepping for the zone. So we've, at the last 2 days, had to throw a couple wrinkles in there that maybe they won't be prepared for, that we maybe haven't done all year. That can give us a little advantage here and there. But, you know, we've really looked back at our game and where they hurt us. They hurt us in the paint. Just some defensive breakdowns in the press, defensive transition that we can sure up. And we've tried to work on that the last 3 or 4 days, even before Belmont Abbey. So hopefully we can do those things. But, you know, they're not going to change a whole lot. They're going to do what they do. And hopefully we can do what we can do to take them out of some of that. You know, you look back at that game, it was a 5-point game with 7 minutes to go. And like you said, we get a stop and we need a bucket and we take a contested shot or we miss a wide open shot and then they go down and they make one. So we've got to put three or four stops in a row together, and then when we do that, we've got to go and convert. Like we've been making plays in the press, but every time it seems like we get a steal, we miss a layup, we turn it over, we walk, we do something like that. And I tell our guys all the time, if we get the ball from them, we got to convert. We can't give it right back. So.
Well, best of luck tonight, Coach.
Okay.
I think it'll be an exciting game.
All right, appreciate it.
As Pioneer Coach Nick Pasqua, as his Pioneers get set to take on the Flames of Lee University. That's coming up next. This is Pioneer Basketball on the Pioneer Sports Network.
The dramatic advances
The Tusculum experience is 20 sports, one team, striving for excellence. The Tusculum experience offers state-of-the-art facilities for practice and game days. If you seek a championship atmosphere, the Tusculum experience is for you. Visit online through TusculumPioneers.com. Call 423-636-7300 to discover the Pioneer experience for yourself.
Markets, Hometown Realty and Auction, Laughlin Memorial Hospital, Realty Executives, Greenville Light and Power. And now, with the call, the voice of the Pioneers.
And we welcome you back into Pioneer Arena tonight for Tusculum and Lee University. Glad you could be with us for the Pioneers home opener here tonight. A Pioneer basketball team definitely looking forward to this showdown here tonight and get some redemption, and played very well on the road against Belmont Abbey after a slow start. In that interview with Coach Nick Pasqua, I asked him, why do we get off to a slow start? He says, I don't know, potentially we're working too much on our defense and paying too much attention to that. Well, we'll see if we paid attention to our offense and if that will help us here get off to a much better start, like Lee did against us just 6 games ago. This will be the starting 5 for the Flames, much like they were just 6 days ago. Cody Jones, the 6'3 junior out of Holly Pond, Alabama. Levi Woods, the 6'3 senior out of Decatur from Meigs County High School. Ryan Montgomery, the 6'6 sophomore out of Chattanooga. Chattanooga Central had 16 against Tusculum on 5 of 7 shooting. Parker Studicum, a 6' sophomore out of Brentwood, Tennessee, out of Brentwood Academy. And Colton Blevins, a 6'8 sophomore out of Jamestown, Tennessee, York Institute, the all-time leading scorer there, and a Tennessee Tech transfer. They are coached by Bubba Smith, who is in his second year at Lee, 14-17 this year. And in his 15th overall, 207 wins against 172 losses. For the Pioneers, they come in at 1-3. They will start Donovan Donaldson, the 6'1 junior out of Nashville, Tennessee, the Trevecca Nazarene transfer. It'll be Peyton Woods, the 6'4 junior out of Monticello, Kentucky, from Chattanooga, the University of Chattanooga, I should say, and Wayne County High School. It'll be Deshante Smith, had a great second half against Belmont Abbey because of his practice ethic. He is getting the start tonight. 6'5 freshman out of Montevallo, Alabama. Ronnie Baylark, the 6'2 senior from Crestview, Florida. And Brandon Mitchell, the 6'7 freshman out of Virginia Beach, Virginia. The Pioneers are coached by Nick Pasqua in his first season, the 2008 graduate of King University, picking up his first career win Saturday in Belmont, North Carolina. Pioneers are assisted by KT Carter, Dan Jackson, volunteer assistant, Darren Higgins, and everybody's All-American student assistant. That is Brendan Hollowell. If we get hurt, Dan Contos is there to help us out. Our officials tonight, Blake Harris is our referee. Ray Senza is our umpire with Tim Trent as the Tusculum Pioneers get set to take on the Lee University Flames. Who'll be wearing their scarlet uniform, or the red type uniforms with the navy blue letters and numbers. The Pioneers in the home whites, orange letters and numbers. Opening tip, much different than it was 6 games ago. It's won by Brandon Mitchell. We're underway. Glad you could be with us. Pride State and courtside. Always an adventure for us to start Pioneer basketball. Nathan already very busy back at the station. Our executive producer of the Pioneer Sports Network and game station engineer tonight, Nathan Humber. Well, an early turnover by the Pioneers gives the lead the ball, and they're in the front court. Moving right to left on your radio dial. Levi Woods, little dribble penetration inside the lane. Will lay it up and put it in. On the drive into the front court, this is going to be Donovan Donaldson. So Donaldson will handle the paint production. A Pioneer basketball team down 2-0 here very early. Deshante Smith with the basketball. From the top, this will be Smith. He'll go left side. Ronnie Baylark left open a 3. This one no good. Rebound taken away weak side by Montgomery. Montgomery clears the board. Will take it into the front court. Studicum. He'll pull up from the foul line. His jumper's no good. Rebounded by Deshante Smith. Tusculum down 2-0. 1 minute in. Left side front court, Peyton Woods. Woods handling. Center of the floor, Levi Woods, hands all over him. Levi says, watches Peyton drain a 2-point jumper from the foul line. Ties the game at 2. Peyton is just lights out right now offensively. Led the Pioneers 6 days ago in the first half, keeping the Pioneers in the game, and then just kind of Scored 28. Trying to get us back into it. Tusculum into the front court. Kick out. Levi Woods will fake the three. His jumper is off the mark. Donaldson with the rebound. Donaldson takes it into the front court and will slow it up. Great second half for Donaldson for the Pioneers. DeShante Smith for a three. Bang! DeShante Smith knocks down the three. Tusculum through the lane. Montgomery walks. He got extra position underneath the bucket, but a foul to bail him out. Personal foul will go on Brandon Mitchell, who has been susceptible to some foul trouble here of late. He is first, team's first. So Montgomery will go to the free throw line, the sophomore out of Chattanooga. He scored double figures every game this season. His free throw rims off, no good. Shooting 83% on the year from the stripe. Of course, Lee off to a 3-0 start, playing their first road game of the year. A season-high 16 came 6 days ago. Improved every game, 10, 13, and 16. Makes the second. 5-3 Tusculum. First lead against Lee this year. Came on the DeShante Smith three. Donaldson, little step back dribble penetration. Looked to give it to Mitchell on a backdoor cut, but the pass was still a little bit too low, and the Pioneers will turn it over. Peeler is going to check into the game along with Jackie Davis. Davis will come in. Donaldson will exit along with Peyton Woods. And that comes at the 17:32 mark of this first half. Peeler, freshman. Davis, the veteran. For the Tusculum Pioneers, Jackie, a 6'4 junior out of Long Beach, California. Right side, Levi Woods. Montgomery spins his way in the lane around Davis. He'll miss it. Rebound taken by Baylor. And Montgomery will be whistled for a foul. That'll be his first. Good defensive stand for the Pioneers on that defensive possession. Smith to inbound, backcourt to Jackie Davis. Davis brings it across the stripe. Pioneers lead 5-3. Bounce pass is stolen. Stepping in front of it was Blevins from Mitchell. Woods, cutter. Layup, good. Levi Woods. They turn turnovers into points. Pioneers haven't been able to do that much in transition or a fast break. They've been able to get points off turnovers in the half court. Davis wants a screen. I want to see Davis play with some confidence. Smith, Peeler. Oh, quick first step, baseline. Back to Davis. Top of the key is Mitchell. Mitchell, Baylor from the baseline, and the pass deflected out with 6 seconds to shoot. Hunter Parrish will check in. Peyton Woods will come back in. Mitchell and Baylor will exit. Some subs in as well. The former Pioneer himself, Keaton Dotson. And Jason Landman check into the game for Lee. Also into the game is Bryce Copeland, a fifth-year senior. Davis on the inbound. And we didn't get it in. 5-second turnover. So another turnover for the Pioneers. They've done a good job with that. They have committed 20 over the last 2 games. 9 coming 2 days ago against Lee and 11 against Belmont Abbey. Tusculum in the front court. Montgomery's rejected by Woods, crashing in from behind. Davis with the loose ball for the Pioneers into the front court. They'll set up shop, tied at 5. 16-10 to play here in this opening half. Pioneers have 4 turnovers here early. Peeler, 3 ball, no good. Long rebound to Montgomery. Montgomery into the front court on the dribble himself. Takes it right into the lane, leaves it off for Landman unmarked, and the put up is good. 7-5, 4 unanswered by Lee. They lead by 2. Smith, right side to Peeler. Peeler, here's Hunter Parrish. Parrish hands it off to Davis. Peeler, back inside to Parrish. Parrish backing his way in against Landman. His left-handed hook shot is no good. Rebound taken by Lee. Not allowing second chance opportunities here. Tusculum leading the league in offensive rebounds. They have 4 boards, but none of them offensive. Dotson for 3. Yes. Just like he has done all season long. 58% from downtown. Keaton Dotson, an open 3 look, and the largest lead of the game for the Flames comes at 10-5. Davis from the top. And a whistle for an illegal screen. It'll go on Peyton Woods. Woods will pick up his first, and that'll bring us to a timeout on the floor. We'll take the break, return to Pioneer Arena right after this with your score. It's Lee 10, Tusculum 5. Pioneer basketball continues after this on the Pioneer Sports Network.
The first date. Only one chance to make that first impression. Don't worry, this might be new for you, but Ingles has been there before. From flowers to the freshest ingredients, we have everything you need to put your best foot forward.
I'm so sorry.
Remember, you can't get to happily ever after without once upon a time.
Wow, it's funny running into you.
Ingles, all the ingredients for family.
Neighborhood marathon. Did Keaton Dotson lead?
Back to the Pioneer Sports Network. Pioneer Basketball, your home for Tusculum College sports. Once again, the voice of the Pioneers.
And we welcome you back into Pioneer Arena. Lee off to the good shooting start. Turnover as Donaldson comes up with the steal just as we resume action. Lee 4 of 8, their first turnover of the game. Tusculum has 2 of 5 from the field, 5 turnovers in the game. Peyton Woods in the lane, kicks it out to Peeler. Hodnett's in with Donaldson, Woods, Parrish, and Peeler. 10 to shoot. Parrish, Peeler. And they're going to get a traveling violation on Peeler. Another turnover on the Pioneers. Well, I don't think it's any question. Must eliminate turnovers. Got to get shots. You can only win if you score. And you can't score if you're turning the ball over, and that's nothing new to anybody. So 14:29 to play here in this opening half. 10-5 lead. Got to get a stop here, or at least find a way. Had a stop after a turnover. Cody Jones brings it into the front court, and he's going to be fouled by Peeler. Peeler's going to pick up the foul. That'll be his first, team's third. Dotson to inbound it. Good start to the year for Keaton Dotson as well. His new digs in Cleveland, Tennessee, averaging just under 9 points a game, shooting 58% from 3, 64% from the field. Colin is checked in. Dotson off the dribble is good from 2-point territory. 12-5. Dotson scored 5 straight, largest lead for Lee. Left side front court. Every game has been a battle from behind in the first half for the Pioneers this year. That's a little bit more than a hedge. That's a lot of bump. And Woods will draw that contact. He'll earn a trip to the free throw line. Personal foul goes on Bryce Copeland. That'll be his first. Team foul number 2. And again, I understand, you can come out and hedge the screen. That's one thing. But when you impede the offensive player from his path to the bucket, that's typically a foul. Now, I'm not an official. Sometimes I play one on radio. But it's frustrating that they are not calling that more and more times. You see that even in the Division I game a lot, how you come out and hedge the screen, you extend the knee, or you just create that contact and nothing. Well, the Pioneers, who led 5-3, have finally scored to end the drought, 9-0 drought by the Pioneers. Well, a 9-0 run by Lee. Jones into the front court, does a good job, not traveling. Copeland. Handling is Chase Cullen. Here is Jones. Copeland with 9 to shoot. Back to Jones. Jones on the drive. He's rejected by Parrish. The ball is loose, picked up by Landman, who scores. How do you lose it? Right under the bucket. Tusculum just can't buy a break. Peeler on the right wing. After the great defensive block by Parrish, he lost it, couldn't relocate it. Well, a lot of contact as the Pioneers are trying to cut. They just can't get free with all the grabbing. More grabbing here on Woods. And finally, they're going to call a foul on Copeland. Copeland's going to pick up number 2. That'll be team foul number 3 on the Flames. 13:02 to play in the first half. 14-6. Lee with their largest lead. Peeler and Parrish come out from Mitchell and Baylark. Woods to inbound. Donaldson out there on the left side. They'll lob it for Hodnett, defended by Cullen. Right side is Baylark. Donaldson right wing. Donaldson quick first step in the paint. This will be Hodnett and one. Caleb Hodnett was going to throw it down. He was fouled and still was able to muscle it home. Foul will go against Cullen. That'll be his first and the team's 4th. Hodnett with the chance and an one. 13 points, 8 rebounds against King to open the year. Followed up with an 8-rebound game against Lee's McRae. Had 3 steals against Lee. His free throw lacking. And the rebound by Lee. It'll be his first miss at the free throw line this year. Double team comes, thrown into the backcourt. Turnover by Lee, their 2nd of the game. Lee has forced Tusculum into 7 turnovers, have scored 8 times and 8 points off those 7 turnovers, so they've only scored like 4 times. But they have 8 points off Tusculum's 7 turnovers. 2nd turnover forced by the Pioneers. Mitchell was open. They couldn't find him. Hodnett will fire at 3. That one is no good. Rebounded by Cullen. That open shot just didn't go down. Coach Pasco wants those open shots to go down. Coach Staten does too. Left side front court. Jones to the top. This will be Sudicum. Left side, Sudicum. To the middle of the floor on the dribble. 10 to shoot for Jones. Cullen from the foul line found a soft spot in the zone and scores. 16-8, Lee. Left side, this will be Woods. Woods defended by Woods. Mitchell inside outside to Donaldson. His 3 won't go. Mitchell with the rebound. Quick spin in the lane, fading away. Tough shot in his face with the hand in his face. Misses. Rebounded by Cullen. Tusculum, who comes in 4th in the league in steals. They have 1 today. They average 8 per game. Layup by Cullen through the zone is good. Timeout will be asked for by the Pioneers here in this first half. It goes to the full break. We'll take it. 11:27 to play here in this first half. It's now Lee 18, Tusculum 8. Pioneer basketball continues after this on the Pioneer Sports Network.
Tusculum College is Tennessee's first college. Established in 1794, Tusculum's beautiful campus is nestled in the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains, where students from all around the world have found a home. Tusculum can help you pioneer your path to success. Visit online for more information at tusculum.edu or call 423-636-7300 and discover the Pioneer experience for yourself.
College sports on the Pioneer Sports Network. Your home for Pioneer basketball with the voice of the Pioneer.
18-8 Lee, outscoring Tusculum 10-2 in the paint and 13-2 off the bench, and a 6-0 in fast break and 8-0 in points off turnovers. Illegal screen on Tusculum to turn it over again. That'll go on Hodnett. That'll be number 1 on him. Team foul number 4 on the Pioneers. DeShante Smith back into the game for the Pioneers. He started tonight, his first career start for the Mr. Basketball finalist in the state of Alabama last year. Tusculum into the front court. Here's Blevins. Blevins gets airborne, kicks it out Levi Woods, bounces it onto the baseline for Montgomery. On the dribble drive, this will be McGurk. Count it 1. Ronnie Baylart going to be whistled for the foul, coming over to try to help. But obviously didn't. So McGurk will go to the free throw line out of White Plains, Alabama. Had a season high 13 against Miles. Missing at the free throw line. Rebound tipped all the way out to Baylart. It's 2-on-2. Peeler at the top. Smith, left side to Baylart. Baylart on the left wing. Backdoor cut to Smith. He's blocked. Montgomery comes through him. A lot of contact there. Gets the rejection. Baseline 3 on the way. McGurk misses it too strong. Rebound by Tusculum. 20-8 lead. Tusculum has battled back all year. Can they battle back again? From the top, this will be Zach Hartle. He's checked in. Gives it up to Woods. He'll fire a 3. It rims off, no good. Cold shooting night here for the Pioneers in their home opener. 20-8 lead. Doesn't seem to bother the Flames. They've been red hot all year. For Lee, they're shooting 54% on the year from the field and 45% from 3. They're shooting it well. And an illegal screen inside, finally, going against the Flames. It'll go against Blevins. Blevins will pick up his first. They've kind of just cleared out, allowing Levi Woods to drive right down the lane. That's illegal. That's why that got called. Donaldson back into the game. Smith, Peeler, Hartle, and Baylart for the Pioneers on the floor. 10-10 to play here in this opening half. 20-8 lead. Tusculum led 5-3. Right side, front court. This will be Smith. Baylart on the left wing. Hartle, 2-pointer. Good. Zach Hartle for the Pioneers. 10th in the league in field goal percentage from downtown. That time his foot inside the 3-point arc. And it's 20-10. Tusculum gets it to Woods. Knocked away by Baylart, out of play. Lee has handled the Pioneer pressure. They've had 6 days to prepare for Tusculum. Tusculum playing Belmont Abbey on Saturday. Montgomery, backdoor on Levi Woods, and 1. So Baylart's going to pick up his second personal foul. Team foul number 6, and 1 for Levi Woods. Woods will go to the free throw line, 55% on the year. With season highs against 13 against Miles. He had 10 rebounds in that game as well. He came up with a 9-rebound performance against the Pioneers 6 days ago. Levi has played well here in this one. 6 points, 3 of 4 from the field. And makes the free throw. And gives them their largest lead of the game. 23-10. A 13-point deficit. Tusculum rallied from 15 points against Belmont Abbey on Saturday. So across the stripe, front court, Jackie Davis. DeShante Smith. Left side, Peyton Woods. Woods picks up the dribble, bounces it to Hartle. Lee has really taken Tusculum out of their offensive game plan. I think they're just very physical. Hartle, a step back 3 is open, is good. Zach Hartle. 23-10 lead. Cody Jones into the front court, handling the pressure. Weaving his way through traffic. Tusculum. Back to Jones. Left side, McGurk. McGurk. Tusculum, 10 seconds to shoot. Backdoor again. Landman. Jones, 5 to shoot. In the lane, double clutch. And a blocking foul is going to be whistled against Peyton Woods. He must have been in the restricted. Woods is going to pick up his second. And team foul number 7 on the Pioneers. So Jones to the free throw line. 5.7 points a game this season. And now 3 for 3 at the free throw line. Dotson and Cullen come back in for Lee. Woods going to stay out there with those 2 personal fouls. Jones second. Good. 25-13 Lee. Hartle has scored 5 straight for the Pioneers. They get it to Peyton Woods. Woods, couple of bounces. His pass is deflected, picked up by Smith in the backcourt. Tusculum just not good ball movement. Donaldson on the right wing. Fakes the pass, takes the 3, missed the 3, rebounded by Woods. Puts it in the paint, draws the contact, and will go to the free throw line. That'll foul will go on Jason Landman. Landman will pick up his first, team foul number 6. So Woods will go to the stripe for the Pioneers. First 2 collegiate years at Division I Chattanooga and 31 games. Free throw is up and good. Tusculum, the best free throw shooting team in the conference, although not proving it right now. Just 2 of 4 at the free throw line. Had 15 against Lees McCray, 12 points against King. But his career game came against these Flames with 28. He'll come out. And Elon Smallwood will check in for the Pioneers. Into the front court, Sudicum passes up to Landman. Landman back to Sudicum. 8 minutes to play here in this opening half. 25-15 Lee. Dotson left open for 3. Oh, hey, he missed. That's news. DeShante Smith for a 3. Rebound taken away to Davis. Smallwood. Right side, Davis. Davis. And Lee has really done a good job. They work the high screens. Smallwood into the lane. His jersey was tugged, and he'll earn a trip to the free throw line when we return after this. Back to Pioneer Arena. 7:39 to play in this first half. It's Lee 25, Tusculum 15. Pioneer basketball continues after this on the Pioneer Sports Network.
The first date. Only one chance to make that first impression. Don't worry, this might be new for you, but Ingalls has been there before. From flowers to the freshest ingredients, we have everything you need to put your best foot forward.
I'm so sorry.
Remember, you can't get to happily ever after without once upon a time.
Wow, it's funny running into
Ingalls, all the ingredients for family.
Tusculum College is Tennessee's first college. Established in 1794, Tusculum's beautiful campus is nestled in the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains, where students from all around the world have found a home. Tusculum can help you pioneer your path to success. Visit online for more information at tusculum.edu or call 423-636-7300 and discover the Pioneer experience for yourself.
5:15 Lee leading Tusculum. Lee leads this all-time series 25 games to 6, and they've won the last 16 games. Prior to last week's game, Tusculum and Lee had not played for 22 years. It's the first game at Pioneer Arena and the first trip to Greenville since 1995 for the Flames. When they played in 95, they played next door in Pioneer Gym, old Pioneer Gym. Elon Smallwood is at the free throw line for the Pioneers, making 1 of 2. 25-16. Can the Pioneers get stops? They've turned it over 8 times already. Lee has 10 points off those turnovers. Pioneers in that 2-3 zone. Hartle playing the 5. Cullen driving into the paint, dragging the pivot foot. The Pioneers force a turnover. Smith tipped it. Davis picked it up, and then Davis is fouled. Chase Cullen whistled for his second. 1-1 for Davis. So Davis will go to the free throw line for the Pioneers. 50% this year. Wasn't a great free throw shooter when he spent his freshman year at Washington State. 28%. Was an academic all Pac-12 when he played 2014-15. Then went to Odessa Junior College. Free throw, no. Rebounded by Lee. Into the contest has come Leander Ridgway. Tusculum turns it over. Davis with the steal. He'll drive it, lay it in, miss it, and then Donaldson gets the rebound but can't put it back in. Wow. A McDonald's All-American nominee, Jackie Davis, in high school. And Long Beach Cal at Rolling Hills. But never really was a scorer in college. Now, in high school, yeah. Hartle, a deep three. Bang. Zach Hartle. And the turnover, nets three. 25-19. Lee University. Pioneers with pressure. Blevins to Dodson. He'll back it out behind the line. Ridgway. Good ball movement by Lee. They've had better ball movement than the Pioneers, but they've gone man-to-man. Tusculum in the zone. Left side, Tusculum. Tusculum on the baseline. Dodson double. Inside Montgomery. And an offensive foul on Montgomery. Elon Smallwood drew it. Montgomery now with his second. And it turns it over. Team foul number 8. Peeler will check in. Davis will come out. But a good effort that time by Davis. Just looking more and more comfortable. Coming up with that steal. Just wasn't able to get the layup to fall. So McGurk in for Montgomery. And Montgomery, who scored double figures in every game this season. 1 point here early. Top of the key, Smith. Here's Peeler. Peeler. Smith. He'll fire a three. It's open. He missed it. Tipped by Donaldson is good. Soaring above the defense and tipping it in. Pioneers trail 25-21. 5:53 to play. First half. Blevins. Airborne, kicks it out. McGurk splits a double team. Shoots over Smith and scores. Peeler forcing tempo. It ends the run for the Pioneers, 6-0. And a whistle for a foul. It'll go on Blevins. That'll be his second. And the 1-1 for Zach Hartle. Hartle, who has struggled at the free throw line this year, even though last year it was 91%. Had 15 in a row last year at the free throw line. Had 21 of 23 last season for the Pioneers. He makes the first to gain the bonus, and really for the Pioneers that's good because they're shooting it right at 50%. Second free throw is also good. 27-23. Tusculum down 13 at 23-10. Battling back. It's a 13-4 run. Lee turns it over. Donaldson comes up with the steal. Into the front court, and he's raped from behind, literally. And that's just, I don't understand how you get away with that. I mean, just absolutely had the ball ripped from his possession and just trucked. Holy cow. In the terms of violated, he was violated. It's 27-23. That's a harsh description. But it's a bit frustrating, and I know that Lee has committed a bunch of fouls. Hartle, yes. Zach Hartle from downtown. 16-4 run, turnover. Zach Hartle gets it for the Pioneers, and Tusculum down 1. Right side front court, here's Donaldson. Continuing to do their stuff. Smallwood, baseline three, is short. And the rebound taken by Levi Woods. Lee being run a bit ragged here in this first half. It worked in the second half against Belmont Abbey. They appeared to tire out. And Nick Pasqua continues to throw bodies at the Flames. Backdoor stolen by Smallwood. Peeler with it into the front court. He'll attack right down the lane. Heat check threes, Hartle. Bang! Pioneers' first lead since it was 5-3. Timeout on the floor by the Flames. We'll take it. Return in a minute. 3:55 left, first half. Tusculum 29, Flames 27. Pioneer basketball continues after this on the Pioneers Sports Network.
The Tusculum experience is 20 sports, one team, striving for excellence. The Tusculum experience offers state-of-the-art facilities for practice and game days. If you seek a championship atmosphere, the Tusculum experience is for you. Visit online through TusculumPioneers.com. Call 423-636-7300 to discover the Pioneer experience for yourself.
Tusculum College Sports. Once again, the voice of the Pioneers, Ryan.
Well, Tusculum led 5-2. They watched Lee go on a 9-0 run. They ultimately took a 13-point lead at the 9:35 mark at 23-10. But since Tusculum's on a 19-4 run, and they lead by 2 at 29-27 out of the Flames timeout. Zach Hartle is red hot, perfect 5 for 5 from the field, 4 for 4 from 3. He has 16 here in this first half, and a steal by Jackie Davis. Davis will have Landman to beat. He'll put it up, miss another layup. A lot of contact, no call. We play on. McGurk takes it into the front court. Landman got the block, and Davis kind of looked back at the official. I'd like to see Davis just throw that thing down. Thunder dunk that thing. 29-27. Tusculum starting to force some turnovers. McGurk missing. And a rebound foul on DeShante Smith against Landman battling inside. So Smith is going to pick up the personal. That'll be his first. Team foul number 8. And into the game will come Peeler for Davis. But great effort by Davis defensively. I think he's just pressing offensively. But, man, what a great look and a great start for him in this game. He's playing great. Hartle 5 of 5 from the field, 4 of 4 from 3, 2 for 2 at the stripe. Landman, who makes the first, will get the bonus. Ending a bit of a run, Tusculum taking their first lead since they led 5-3. They led 5-2 as well, but Montgomery hit 1 of 2. So we're tied at 29, 3:13 to play in the first half. See if Pioneers can keep it going. Hartle is out there. Elon Smallwood has it on the left wing. Hartle red hot now for 3. Bang! Zach Hartle. That's crazy. 32-29. Front court, skip pass, right side, top of the key, Jones. Jones, backdoor look, Landman, and scores. And the Pioneers getting beat backdoor a bunch. 32-31 Tusculum. 2:35 to play here in this first half. At the top, Peeler for 3. Bang! It's a 25-8 run for the Pioneers. Loose ball, Hartle has it. Comes up with it for the Pioneers. They lead at 35-31, looking for more. Peeler averaged 23 points a game at Myers Park his senior year. Just hit his first three-pointer against Belmont Abbey. Has hit another one. Oh, Smallwood was open on a cutter. I don't think that was the play, though. Donaldson has it, 10 to shoot, under 2 to play. 5 to shoot. Donaldson slips. Hartle has to force it. No, that was asking too much. That was a big ask there with 1 second to shoot. It's 35-31. It's Hartle's first miss. So it's now an 11 turnover game for Lee. They've been turned over during this streak 9 times. Landman in the paint. No. Woods, loose ball pickup. No. Landman gets it. He puts it up. He'll shoot 2. Tusculum just kind of standing around watching him rebound that time. And DeShante Smith will pick up his second personal foul. The 10th foul on the Pioneers here in the half. Or not. Maybe 9. So Landman will go to the stripe for the Flames. Landman, who's averaging 7.3 points per game off the bench for Coach Bubba Smith, makes his first free throw. Landman also 3 of 4 at the free throw line coming into tonight. He's averaging 7 points a game, 4 rebounds a game. For Landman, true freshman out of Arab, Alabama from the Air Force Prep. Second free throw for Landman. Good. Davis, Hodnett, Mitchell, Peeler, and Smallwood on the floor. Hartle finally comes out. He asks for a breather, but he leaves with 16. Smallwood. Backdoor for Mitchell. It's too high and thrown out of bounds. Turnover on the Pioneers, their 10th of the game. So after the slow start, Pioneers just being very generous here at home. I guess equal opportunity Pioneer Arena. They shared the basketball too many times with the visitors. Tusculum into the front court. This will be Jones out there with Woods, Landman, and Dotson. Right side, Jones. Tusculum bouncing it to Woods at the foul line. Jones in rhythm 3. No. Rebound is tipped. Woods can't save it. Tipped out to Tusculum. Boy, Lee is crashing the boards, though. 4 offensive rebounds for the Pioneers in the game. 3 for Lee. And a total of 13 boards for the Pioneers, 16 for Lee. Smallwood exits. Peyton Woods back in with the 2 personal fouls. 50 seconds to play in the half. Tusculum holding a 2-point lead. Their largest has been 4. Lee is led by 13. And now Woods is going to be whistled for his 3rd. As physical as it has been in the game, they're going to call that. That's very unfortunate for Peyton. Turns the ball back over. Don't agree with that one at all. He's trying to get to a spot, and the defensive guy kind of holding him up. I know he can't run through him, but they give out Oscars for that stuff. 34 seconds left here in this opening half. Tusculum by 2. Dotson on the right wing. 3 ball. Yes. Keaton Dotson for the lead. 36-35 with a hand in his face. 15 seconds to play in the first half. So the Flames battle back, reclaim the lead. Davis around Landman to the rim, lays it in. Jackie Davis. And that will end the first half with the Pioneers reclaiming the lead by 1 here at home. After a very sluggish start, Tusculum was sharing the basketball too often with Lee, who were scoring ridiculously off Pioneer turnovers. Have already scored 13 off the Pioneers' 11 turnovers. Lee now has turned it over 11 times, where Tusculum has scored 10 points. And Zach Hartle got red hot late in the first half as the Pioneers went on a 25-8 run to take a 4-point 35-31 lead. But at the half, the Pioneers lead the Flames by 1. At halftime, it's Tusculum 37 and Lee 36. Your Pioneer halftime report is next on the Pioneer Sports Network.
So much of life these days is rushing around from one place to another. Sometimes you just want to enjoy the journey on the way to the destination. And part of what makes it a little more enjoyable is an appreciation for the folks who help you get there. At Ingalls, we know that the people who send you on your way are the same ones who keep you coming back.
I think you should take it for a spin. Are you serious?
Ingalls, all the ingredients for family. The first date. Only one chance to make that first impression. Don't worry, this might be new for you, but Ingalls has been there before. From flowers to the freshest ingredients, we have everything you need to put your best foot forward.
I'm so sorry.
Remember, you can't get to happily ever after without once upon a time.
Wow, it's funny running into you.
Ingalls, all the ingredients for family.
Tusculum College is Tennessee's first college. Established in 1794, Tusculum's beautiful campus is nestled in the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains, where students from all around the world have found a home. Tusculum can help you pioneer your path to success. Visit online for more information at tusculum.edu or call 423-636-7300 and discover the Pioneer experience for yourself.
Sports Network, your home for Pioneer basketball with the voice of the Pioneer.
Welcome back into Pioneer Arena, where Tusculum leads 37-36 here in this first half. Wasn't that way the entire first half. About the first 10 minutes, Tusculum really not certain if they were excited to be at home or not. Tusculum, through those first 10 minutes, had turned the ball over 8 times. Lee had scored 10 points off of those turnovers. And it looked as if they were going to run away with the game as Levi Woods makes a layup, draws the foul against Baylark, goes to the line to make the free throw to make it 23-10. But from there, things really changed, like Zach Hartle. Just a kind of 20 seconds after the 23-10 lead, he makes a three-pointer. Just really didn't think a whole lot of it. He hits that three-pointer, and Cody Jones goes to the free throw line and makes 2 free throws, and it's 25-13. But then Peyton Woods gets an offensive rebound after Donaldson misses a 3. Woods draws the foul, makes 1 of 2 at the free throw line. Elon Smallwood goes to the free throw line. He goes 1 of 2 at the stripe. Zach Hartle hits another three-pointer, and all of a sudden it's a 6-point deficit. Donovan Donaldson, soaring above the defense, tips one in for a 4-point deficit. And then the Pioneers would take the lead on a Zach Hartle three-pointer at 4:48 to play in the first half. Tusculum would extend that lead 29-27. Zach Hartle would make a 3-point jumper. Back would come Lee to tie it at 29, and Zach Hartle would make his 3rd consecutive 3-point bucket to make it 32-29. Tusculum would lead 35-31 on a Zaylen Peeler three-pointer, and they would give up the lead just before the half. Keaton Dotson hits a 3 with 21 seconds to play, but Jackie Davis, like, I'm going to be excited to see him because I think he'll be able to do this at will. Drives right into the paint, puts it up, and scores off the glass to send Tusculum into the locker room up by 1. Tusculum took him a while to get going, shoots 12 of 26 from the field, 7 of 16 from 3, and we're 6 of 10 at the free throw line. That's 46%, 44%, 60%. Lee shoots 13 of 25 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, and 8 of 10 at the free throw line. That's 52%, 40, and 80%. Lee is out rebounding Tusculum 16-14, Tusculum with 4 offensive rebounds. Tusculum has 9 assists, 11 turnovers, 2 blocks, and 8 steals. Lee has 9 assists, 11 turnovers, 1 block, and 4 steals. Just tells me Tusculum is just turning the ball over at will. Offensive fouls and just turning it and just throwing it out of bounds. Individually for the Pioneers, a career-high 19 for Zach Hartle. 6 of 7 from the field, 5 of 6 from 3, 2 of 2 at the free throw line in just 10 minutes of play. No one else has anything close to that. 3 points, 3 rebounds for DeShante Smith. 2 points for Donovan Donaldson with 4 assists and 2 steals. 5 points for Peyton Woods on 1 of 2 from the field. He also has 3 fouls and 2 rebounds. 3 points for Zaylen Peeler, 2 for Jackie Davis, 2 points for Caleb Hodnett, and 1 point for Elon Smallwood for the Pioneers' total of 37. For Lee, they're getting 10 points off the bench from Jason Landman and 8 points off the bench from Keaton Dotson. Ryan Montgomery, limited to 9 minutes in the first half, was 0 for 2 from the field, just 1 point. 2 points for Cody Jones, 7 points, 4 boards for Levi Woods, 4 points for Chase Colin, and 4 points for Michael McGurk for their total of 36. Lee has a 18-6 edge, points in the paint, 13-10 points off turnovers. Tusculum 7-4 in second chance. Lee 6-3 fast break, and Tusculum's bench outscores Lee's 27-26. We had 5 lead changes, 3 ties. Lee led by as many as 13. Tusculum by 4 in that first half. More halftime when we return after this with your score at the break. It's it's Tusculum 37, Lee University 36. Pioneer basketball continues on the Pioneer Sports Network.
The first date. Only one chance to make that first impression. Don't worry, this might be new for you, but Ingles has been there before. From flowers to the freshest ingredients, we have everything you need to put your best foot forward.
I'm so sorry.
Remember, you can't get to happily ever after without once upon a time.
Wow, it's funny running into you.
Ingles, all the ingredients for family.
Basketball with the voice of the Pioneer.
37-36 here at the half. Don't forget, this week the Pioneers are on the road. There will be no Pioneer Sports Network coverage this week during Thanksgiving. The Tusculum women tomorrow take on Virginia State, put up their perfect 4-0 record on the road, and then Saturday at Bluefield State in West Virginia. The Tusculum men will be at Carson Newman. They will take on Columbus State from Holt Fieldhouse Saturday at 4 o'clock. You can watch that game through the Carson Newman website, cneagles.com. Well, we'll resume Pioneer Sports Network coverage next Wednesday, the 29th, when we open up conference play against Lincoln Memorial. Coverage at 5:45. Women tip at 6, the men at 8. Second half action when we return. Thanks for listening to the Pioneer Halftime Report. It's Tusculum 37 and Lee 36. Pioneer basketball continues after this on the Pioneer Sports Network.
The Tusculum experience is 20 sports, one team, striving for excellence. The Tusculum experience offers state-of-the-art facilities for practice and game days. If you seek a championship atmosphere, the Tusculum experience is for you. Visit online through TusculumPioneers.com. Call 423-636-7300 to discover the Pioneer experience for yourself.
The first date. Only one chance to make that first impression. Don't worry, this might be new for you, but Ingalls has been there before. From flowers to the freshest ingredients, we have everything you need to put your best foot forward.
I'm so sorry.
Remember, you can't get to happily ever after without once upon a time.
Wow, it's funny running into you.
Ingalls, all the ingredients for family.
And now, with the call, the voice of the Pioneer.
Tusculum and Lee, 37-36 through the first 20 minutes, second half to go. And Lee will have the basketball to start the second half. Got off to a great start, Lee, and then I think a little bit of fatigue set in. Tusculum can do that to you. Plus foul trouble for both Montgomery and Blevins. Tusculum playing defense to start the second half. They're going man-to-man. And Lee adjusting their offense. Sudicum will drive and one. Sudicum driving on Davis, drawing the foul on Davis. And that'll be his first, team's first of the second half. And Sudicum getting to the bucket and scoring. On the year, 9 points a game. Young sophomore out of Brentwood. Missing the three-point play. Davis and DeShante Smith battle for it. So Zach Hartle, Smith, Davis, Donaldson, and Baylard on the floor. Such a different group of five all the time. Great cut down the lane. Donaldson missing it, getting it back, and it's off of Lee out of bounds. Donaldson just didn't get it finished. Apparently he was blocked. A lot of contact underneath there. It was just a free run to the bucket for the most part. Smith on the inbound near and behind the three-point line. Davis says, let's get going in the offense. Got to go faster. Hartle fakes a three, gives it up to Davis, who drives, puts it up, some contact, and scores it. Jackie Davis. 39-38 Tusculum. Woods into the front court for Lee. Right side, Jones. Tusculum going to protect Peyton Woods in this game. 3 fouls already. It's a tough shooting night. Montgomery driving in. He'll put it up and in. Ryan Montgomery. He's a guard, but he's posting up. Baylard, Smith, right side to Davis. Davis finishing here. He couldn't finish earlier. Hartle three, no good. And the rebound out of bounds off of Woods and Jones to Tusculum. 40-39, Flames by 1. On the inbound, Tusculum. Davis to inbound it. Set up the inbound play. I was going to say this should be good because it took a long time to set it up. 40-39 lead. Tusculum basketball. Davis handling, backs it out near the midcourt stripe. Gets a screen, kick out three, Donaldson. Bang! Donaldson knocks down the three. That's set up by Jackie Davis. Baylard steps in front of the pass, comes up with the steal, and he's blocked by Montgomery. Tusculum into the front court, weaving his way through traffic. Cody Jones takes a three, and he drains it from deep. 25-footer. 43-42 lead by one. Davis into the front court. Bouncing it, Hartle. Hartle picks up the dribble, gets it to Baylard. Back to Hartle. He'll fake a three, take a three, and miss the three. Rebound by Lee. That's Montgomery. Flames into the front court. Montgomery kicks it out. Tusculum for three is good. Tusculum knocks down the three ball. He's hitting about 67% from three this year. It's pretty good number. 46-42. And then Jones comes up with a rejection but a foul against Baylard with a nice back cut. Jones will pick up his second personal foul, team foul number one. And that's very similar to Donaldson's drive, where I thought maybe he picked up some contact, but apparently not. So at the free throw line will go Ronnie Baylard. Baylard's free throw is good. 22 points on 7 of 10 shooting against Lees McRae to start the year. And then he had 20 points against King. So 42 points through his first 2 games. And then his production has diminished somewhat on the year for Baylard. 11.8 points a game. Second is also good. Made them both. Elon Smallwood will check in for Baylard. Smallwood, who did not play against Belmont Abbey. Tusculum down 2, 46-44. Can they get a stop? Tusculum does a nice job. Just a calm, cool, collected player. Catches it in traffic, drives, shoots over Hartle and scores. Just a lot of composure right there for Tusculum. Copeland is checked in for Lee as well. 48-44 Flames. After a rest, they come out on fire here offensively. Of course, it helps when you have your starters out there in Blevins and Montgomery. Smallwood on the right side. Here's Hartle. Hartle has cooled off. Looking back door, the pass is deflected. Davis wasn't ready for the pass anyway, and it's turned over by the Pioneers. Here's a runner that's no good. Rebound taken away by the Pioneers. I don't think Woods was trying to shoot that. I thought he thought he got fouled. A lot of contact there, no question. Smallwood and an offensive foul as Smallwood looking to drive it on the baseline. And Levi Woods is saying, what was that down at the other end? And they were like, I don't know. I didn't see anything. So Smallwood picks up number 1, team foul number 2. Peeler will check into the game with Brandon Mitchell. And Davis and Hartle will come out. And again, the Nick Pasqua wave of players effective against Belmont Abbey, and I think at the end of the first half against this Lee Flames team. They have been basically 8 deep. And they've got Donson and Colin in very early in this second half. In the paint, turnaround, Colin got it to go. Good start to the second half, a 6-point lead at 50-44. Tusculum led 37-36 at the half. Donaldson with it for the Pioneers. And they're going to say it was stuck on his hip, turned it over. So Hodnett and Peyton Woods will check in, and that will bring us to a timeout. We'll take the break as well, back in 1 minute to Pioneer Arena. 15:50 to play. It's Lee 50, Tusculum 44. Pioneer basketball continues after this on the Pioneer Sports Network.
The Tusculum experience is 20 sports, 1 team, striving for excellence. The Tusculum experience offers state-of-the-art facilities for practice and game days. If you seek a championship atmosphere, the Tusculum experience is for you. Visit online through TusculumPioneers.com. Call 423-636-7300 to discover the Pioneer experience for yourself.
Sports Network, your home for Tusculum College sports. Once again, the voice of the Pioneers.
50-44, Lee exploding here in the second half, outscoring Tusculum 14-7, but they come up with a steal on the half court. Peeler will take it into the front court for the Pioneers, down 6. And they've hit 6 of 7. And Tusculum just 2 of 6. And then Mitchell is stripped of the ball by Landman, and Mitchell commits a foul, turns it over, and then compounds issues by committing his second. Team foul number 3 on the Pioneers. Lee with the basketball back. High number of turnovers in this one. Haven't seen this in the last couple of games for the Pioneers. Lee basketball, again, 6 of 7 shooting here in the second half. Tusculum 2 of 6. Copeland harassed into the front court, and he creates the contact with Mitchell, who's going to pick up his third. I don't agree with that call. And the only reason is because Copeland is going 100 miles an hour, and he basically creates that contact himself. And Mitchell was somewhat giving ground. Yeah, there was contact, but there has been worse contact in this game. Copeland at the stripe is good for the fifth-year senior. Copeland 3 for 3 on the year from the line, 4.7 points a game. For Copeland's career, averaging about 3.5 points a game, shoots 68% from the free throw line for his career, but makes them both here. And it's 52-44. Peeler across the stripe for the Pioneers. Got to figure out a way to get a shot. Woods, boy, they've closed him down. He had 28 against Lee. Gets it to Donaldson. Donaldson gets a Hodnett screen. Back to Hodnett on the right wing. Cardle, backdoor look for Peeler, and his reverse layup's good. That's a good look. Nice play set up right there by Zach Cardle. 52-46. Out of bounds off Lee. And the Pioneers force a turnover. Will have it back. So 14:52 to play. Lee has won 16 consecutive against Tusculum. They didn't play for 22 years. Last time they were here was 1995. Last Pioneer win, 1986. Yeah. Woods, nice look, drives, shoots, scores. Woods with a couple of fakes. Now Lee will force tempo. Tusculum into the front court, picks up the dribble, doubled. Pioneers everywhere harassing him, but he gets away, and he gets it to Dodson, who gets it back. Copeland on the right wing. Tusculum back out. This will be Cullen. Tusculum wants a screen. Down the lane, little floater, no. Rebound, Cullen. And he's out of bounds. Comes down with the ball out of bounds. And Bubba Smith is on the sidelines going, are you kidding me? But great effort here this second half for Lee. But can they sustain this high energy start? We know Tusculum can. They're about 30 players deep. 52-48, Lee. The ball goes through Hartle's hands right to Peyton Woods. Woods with a low-scoring first half. Into the paint once and twice and draws a foul, I think, on Copeland. He's just taking him off the dribble now. The outside game isn't there for Woods, so he's doing a nice job in adjusting his game, driving. As Copeland picks up his first, team's second. Woods, who had 5 points in that first half, rips the free throw in. Cody Jones back in for Copeland. Donaldson will check out. Jackie Davis is in. Just a great game for Donaldson once again. Second free throw for Peyton Woods. Got it. 52-50, Lee. Pressure by the Pioneers. Peeler in the backcourt. Cody Jones. Tusculum. Here they come. Jones dribbling away from it frantically. And they get the early pressure. Now they settle into the 2-3. Right side, Dotson. Back out to the top. Tusculum in the corner. Skip it, Dotson. Extra pass. 5 to shoot. Jones, a tough one right here, and it goes. Just a tough shot. Sometimes you tip your cap. What a great finish by Cody Jones. Davis tried to dribble through traffic and turned it over. Lee in transition. Spinning in the lane is Colin, rejected. Davis on the floor diving for it. Colin steps around a defender and scores. 56-50 Lee. Davis, front court, left side. Bouncing it, Hartle. Hartle hands it off to Peyton Woods. Woods handling. Defended by Cody Jones. Hodnett 10 to shoot. Davis. Here's Hartle. Backdoor for Woods. Reverse. Good. Great look by Hartle again. What a complete game for Zach Hartle. 56-52. Already a career night for Zach with 19. Now adding 2 assists to that tally. Left side, this is going to be Dotson. Jones in the lane, kicks it out. Sudicum fakes the 3, pass deflected. It's deflected all the way out to the midcourt stripe. Sudicum picks it up. Colin right down Broadway, put it in. Somebody's got to step in front and take that contact. Colin scores again, and Lee shooting nearly 60% for the game. A lot of that to do with how they're finishing at the rim here in this second half. And all this without Montgomery and Blevins. Davis, little floater is good. Jackie Davis warming up offensively. Pioneers winded right now. Colin driving into the lane. He scores again. Golly, we got to adjust to their drive. 60-54 lead. Everybody winded. Right side front court, this will be Peeler. Peeler. Hartle, right side Davis. Davis. Spinning, gives it up Peeler. 3 ball is no good. And a whistle for a foul. And that'll go against Cody Jones, I believe. Trying to box out on Peyton Woods. That's the case. That'll be his 3rd. Team foul number 3. Takes us to a timeout. We'll take it. 11:30 to play in the game. Lee 60, Tusculum 54. Pioneer basketball continues after this on the Pioneer Sports Network.
The first date. Only one chance to make that first impression. Don't worry, this might be new for you, but Ingalls has been there before. From flowers to the freshest ingredients, we have everything you need to put your best foot forward.
I'm so sorry.
Remember, you can't get to happily ever after without once upon a time.
Wow, it's funny running into
Ingalls, all the ingredients for family.
Again, the voice of the Pioneers.
Lee leads Tusculum 60-54. Tusculum will have the ball. Chase Colin with 12 points on 6 of 7 from the field. Lee shooting 60% for the game. Donaldson 3 on the inbound. And a whistle for a foul on Baylark. Baylark's going to pick up number 3. Tough call against Tusculum. Donaldson could not hit. Some of the issue with the Lee Flames scoring in the paint, outscoring Tusculum 32-16, is we're down a big man. Toby Okafor not able to play tonight. And Leander Ridgway goes right into the lane. He scores. He's the 8th guy off the bench for Lee. I should say the 9th. Donaldson and the Pioneers trail 62-54. Davis, here's Mitchell around Blevins, reverse, missed it, and Blevins with an easy rebound. I think Mitchell lost it going up out of his hand. So 19 for Hartle, 11 for Peyton Woods, 12 for Colin, 10 for Landman, both off the bench for Lee. Montgomery and Blevins don't have that game so far tonight. Colin in the paint over Davis, in and out is no good. The rebound to Shante Smith. Got to get more physical in the paint. Tusculum got to start making some shots, even though they're 6 of 12 here in the second half. Davis, pass deflected, but DeShante Smith saves it. Left side is Baylor. Everything contested. I think that's what Woods and Davis will figure out. Donaldson, he lost it going up, but it's off the shoe of Lee out of bounds. Fortunate with 7 seconds to play. As Donaldson may have been in some trouble there. Mitchell will come out as Hunter Parrish is in. Peyton Woods will also re-enter to come in for Davis. Again, a lot of guys sucking some wind, playing some good minutes here. Inbound, this will be Donaldson with 7 to shoot for the Pioneers. To Smith. Baylark driving, 3 to shoot, and hand check before the shot, which he made. And fortunate that the Pioneers are able to keep that possession. Foul here on Levi Woods will be his first. Team's fourth, I think. Levi brings so much intensity, so much heart to this Lee University squad. Emotional leader. Terrific watching him in his high school days at Meigs County. DeShante had the ball knocked away by Montgomery, who's had a tough go of it as well. That'll be his third. Team foul number 5. Inbound situation for the Pioneers. This is going to be Peyton Woods on the baseline front court. Will lob it DeShante Smith. Baylark left wing. Woods, and Woods defending him. Peyton Woods fighting through a double team. Backing himself in, missed the layup. Rebound taken by Montgomery. Oh, he missed too easy. Mitchell and now Woods. I think Woods was a bit off balance. Didn't realize how free he was. Montgomery in the paint around Parrish, puts it in. More points in the paint, just killing us. 36 points in the paint. Timeout asked for by Nick Pasqua. We'll take the break, return in a minute. 9:34 to play in the game. It's now Lee 64, Tusculum 54. Pioneer basketball continues after this on the Pioneer Sports Network.
Tusculum College is Tennessee's first college. Established in 1794, Tusculum's beautiful campus is nestled in the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains, where students from all around the world have found a home. Tusculum can help you pioneer your path to success. Visit online for more information at tusculum.edu or call 423-636-7300 and discover the Pioneer experience for yourself.
Pioneer Sports Network, your home for Pioneer basketball, with the voice of the Pioneers.
64-54 out of the timeout. Lee outscoring Tusculum 28-17 here in this second half, building a 10-point lead. Donaldson down the lane and one. Donovan Donaldson going right at Cody Blevins. And then Blevins had some words for Donaldson, who's just like, really, you're talking to me? Blevins picks up his third. Team foul number 6. Hartle back into the game. Blevins exits. Landman comes in. Landman has played well. Off the bench, 10 points. A Pioneer recruit. Chose Lee. Donaldson's free throw. Good. 3-point play converted. Can the Pioneers get a stop? Lee has been unstoppable in the paint here in the second half. Ridgway with the ball, watched by Donaldson. So quick, Pioneers ready to pounce. Skip it right side, Sudicum. Levi Woods, back to Ridgway. Everybody getting involved for Lee in the paint. You get in the paint, you're scoring. You want to get in the box? Get in the paint. Skip it top, Ridgway. Sudicum. Don't settle for that jumper. And then Baylor gambling commits the foul. Baylor's fourth. Team foul number 6. Non-shooting foul. Who's it on? Oh, they're going to put 20 seconds back on the clock. That's what it is. So that's who I called. I don't know who they called. Yeah. On the inbound lead. 20 seconds back on the shot clock. Ridgeway, watched by Smith. Smallwood into the game for Tusculum. Into the paint, Woods. Landman, reverse, no, missed one. But a rebound to Levi Woods, who says, let's back it out. We lead at 64-57. Tusculum saves it in the front court. Got a rebound. In the paint. Pass nearly stolen. Landman kicks it out. McGurk, a three. No. Rebound comes down into the hands of Peyton Woods. There we get a rebound. Smallwood, quick first step. Drives, had it blocked. Smallwood rejected. Ravenwood High School product. MVP of the King of the Smokies Classic last year. 64-57. Lead. Ridgeway, that's illegal. Scores. It's an illegal screen. 66-57. Donaldson, Smallwood on the baseline. Here's Smith. Donaldson. Hartle fakes the three, gets a better look. Missed the three. He hasn't made one here in the second half yet. Hartle was lights out, has a career best 19, but has not scored in the second. 7.5 to play. Tusculum down 9. And they were lights out offensively, just been unable to score it like they had through the first 3 games. Runner is no good, but right there's Woods, wide open. Scores again. Davis on the drive, count it 1. Bucket is good as Davis goes coast to coast. Landman with the bucket, and that's going to bring, or the foul, and that's going to bring us to a timeout. We go to a break with 7:07 to play in the game. It's Lee 68, Tusculum 59. Pioneer basketball continues after this on the Pioneer Sports Network.
The first date. Only one chance to make that first impression. Don't worry, this might be new for you, but Ingalls has been there before. From flowers to the freshest ingredients, we have everything you need to put your best foot forward.
I'm so sorry.
Remember, you can't get to happily ever after without once upon a time.
Wow, it's funny running into you.
Ingalls, all the ingredients for family.
Pioneer basketball on the Pioneer Sports Network. Your home for Tusculum College sports. Once again, the voice of the Pioneers.
Last bucket was to Donaldson, who scores. Donaldson at the free throw line with an and one. May have said Davis. My apologies. And he converts the three-point play. Donaldson now with 11. Davis in for him. 68-60. Tusculum shooting 8 of 18 here in the second half. The problem is Lee's 14 of 21, outscoring Tusculum 32-23 here in the second half. And they're scoring at will in the paint. And then Davis whistled for a foul here, a 1-and-1 now. The foul goes against Davis, will be his second. The 7th on the Pioneers. 19 for Zach Cardle. That's a career best. On a career best 5 of 9 in makes and attempts from three-point territory. Ridgway goes to the free throw line. 75% on the year from the stripe, and he makes the first. Lee is out rebounding Tusculum 26-22, but Tusculum has more offensive rebounds, 7-6. However, it seems like every time that Lee gets an offensive rebound, they score. Well, second chance points is 12-8 Tusculum, so somewhat of a misleading stat. So the fact that Lee is not missing in the paint. They lead again by 10. Hodnett out there with Hartle, Woods, Peeler, and Davis. Again, it's almost like a box of chocolates. New 5 out there for Tusculum all the time. New starting 5 in this game. This foul goes on Chase Colon, his third. That should be the 1-and-1 for Peyton Woods. Tusculum against King started Hodnett, Mitchell, Donaldson, Davis, and Woods. That was your Game 1 start. Second, Hodnett, Mitchell, Donaldson, Baylark, and Smallwood. Game 3 start was Hodnett, Mitchell, Donaldson, Peeler, and Smallwood. Against Belmont Abbey, Tusculum started Hartle, Mitchell, Donaldson, Peeler, and Woods. And for the first time, well, the only consistent starter all year has been Mitchell. He started again tonight along with Donaldson. Those two started tonight, so somebody new all the time. 2 more free throws for Peyton Woods. Pioneers trail by 8. Can they get back into it? We know they can. But with 6:40 to play, can they force enough mistakes, or can they eventually get Lee to stop making buckets in the paint? Tusculum went on a 25-8 run in the first half. Lee has started this second half pretty impressively as well, and another made bucket by Colon in the paint. 72-62. Davis handling for the Pioneers. Hartle looking backdoor, it's deflected. He went to the well one too many times with that backdoor look from Hartle at the post, but Hartle playing a new position. He's playing the 5, wearing jersey 5. Colon a bit out of control, and then Hodnett bails him out by committing a foul, his second. Team foul number 8 on the Pioneers. Lee has gotten off to a 3-0 start, have not played in 6 days, It's their 4th game of the year, their first road trip of the year. They'll play Saturday at Carson Newman as well. So Tusculum will be tired of seeing these guys, but they won't play Tusculum. They'll play Carson Newman Saturday. Tusculum playing Columbus State. And I think that deal is part of bringing in another team to play. But Tusculum was like, look, we've already played Lee twice. We're not going to play him a 3rd time. We haven't played for 22 years. Let's not make up for it in 1 week. Colon makes both. So Carson Newman will play Columbus State on Sunday, and Lee and Tusculum will come home after their Saturday games. 74-62. 12-point Lee lead, and then Colon's going to be whistled for his 4th, and that'll send Davis to the free throw line, where Tusculum is 14 of 18. Lee is 14 of 17. Got to start trying to put some streaks together and some runs together. Hodnett will exit as DeShante Smith is in. Hartle, Woods, Davis, Donaldson, and Smith on the floor for the Pioneers. Davis missing the free throw, rebounded by Lee and Ridgway. Again, Montgomery and Blevins have not played much. Whistle for a foul. Davis got into the air, and Ridgway came down on top of his knee. It's a 1-and-1. Jackie's 4th. Team foul number 9 on the Pioneers. Peeler is in. So Ridgway goes to the line where he just hit 2 of 2, and a chance to give Lee their largest lead of the game. outscoring Tusculum 38-25 here in the second half. Missing the front end, rebounded by Peeler. Will that be the start? 5.5 to play. Can the Pioneers put it together? Montgomery is back in for Lee. Donaldson, bang. Woods gets it to Sudicum. Takes it into the front court. Montgomery touches it back to Sudicum. Copeland out there as well. Behind the back, into the paint, back outside Ridgeway. 74-65 lead. Ryan Montgomery. Bounce pass into the paint, all alone, put it up and in is Levi Woods. Cannot defend it, can't defend the paint. Big deficiency there for the Pioneers tonight. And Lee hanging on to the basketball, doing a much better job here in the second half. Better than Tusculum. Donaldson's three is no good. Another rebound secured by Woods of Lee. Levi Woods hands it off to Ridgeway. 4:35 to play, 76-65. Tusculum can't defend the paint. Woods on the right elbow. Woods backing his way in around Hartle, put it in. 78-65. Timeout asked for by the Pioneers. They'll have one remaining. I guess you don't allow you to do that anymore. Timeout. We'll take the break back in a minute. 4:16 to play. It's Lee 78, Tusculum 65. Pioneer basketball continues after this on the Pioneer Sports Network.
The Tusculum experience is 20 sports, one team, striving for excellence. The Tusculum experience offers state-of-the-art facilities for practice and game days. If you seek a championship atmosphere, the Tusculum experience is for you. Visit online through TusculumPioneers.com. Call 423-636-7300 to discover the Pioneer experience for yourself.
Basketball, your home for Tusculum College sports. Once again, the voice of the Pioneer.
Welcome back into Pioneer Arena. 78-65. Lee is 17 of 24 shooting in the second half. I'm not sure I've ever seen numbers like that. 71% shooting here in the second half, and they are killing the Pioneers in the paint. 46-20. If we have, we'll have the chance to talk with Coach Pasqua about it. But Lee obviously altering their game plan and going inside, and it has been very effective. Woods for a three is off balance, no good. Rebounded by Montgomery. Lee basketball. On the drive, Woods getting around Hartle, who commits the foul. So Lee had an 18-6 advantage, points in the paint in the first half. I'd say it's pretty obvious. 46-20. And the foul goes on Hartle. Amazingly, that's just his first. Woods rips the free throw. He had two of them. And it's the largest lead for Lee. Second is good. Levi Woods, 15 for him tonight. Levi's season high 13 came against Miles. So now a new season high. Woods for Tusculum. Can't get free to launch a three. Lee has done a good job defending the three-point stripe here in the second half as well. Tusculum 2 of 8 from three. Hit 7 of 16 in the first half. Donaldson, some light contact, fortunate, will go to the free throw line and shoot a couple. Personal foul is on Ridgeway, his first. So Donaldson will go to the free throw line. He has 14. Peyton Woods has 13, but Zach Hartle stuck on 19. Colin with 16. Donaldson missing the free throw is another big difference. Colin's best game of the year. 8 points came against Tuskegee. He had 6 against Tusculum last week. He has 16 and 4 fouls. Donaldson makes the second. 80-66. Lee with 3:20 to play. Ridgeway to Montgomery. Backdoor cuts the paint wide open for Lee in this second half. Ridgeway down the lane, scores again. And that's just pretty good defense too right there. Peeler into the front court. Donaldson, stolen. Montgomery steps in front, rips it away. And Montgomery whistled for the foul. Or pardon me, Woods whistled for the foul on Montgomery. So Peyton Woods will pick up number 4. And you see some of the body language for the Pioneers as if to say it's just not happening here at home. You wonder how a new team, new coach, first time here at home for the squad, no student body here playing this game during Thanksgiving break. Montgomery making the free throw. Cold night for Montgomery, but he hasn't been out there very much. That's his 6th point. He's scored double figures every game this season. Second free throw. No. Rebound for the Pioneers. 2:40 to play. Pioneers down 83-66, and Davis will go to the free throw line, drawing some contact on the dribble drive. Montgomery whistled for his 4th. It's been that kind of game for Montgomery. Free throw for Davis. Missing. Tusculum usually very good at free throws. Tops in the conference through the early start, 76%, but they're now below 70% now. 15 of 22. Lee, 17 of 22 this year. Everything good from a shooting perspective, Lee, this season. Preseason number 10 in the Gulf South. I don't know how strong the Gulf South is going to be, but Lee, early start, early indications would say they're going to be pretty good. Offensive foul here on Ridgeway. Tusculum forces a turnover. Second on him. Double bonus the rest of the way for the Pioneers with 2:35 to play. Look, it's not impossible. Pioneers came back from 15 against Belmont Abbey. They just had more time to do it, and it took them the entire second half to get it done. Just a quick timeout is going to be asked here by Lee. Tusculum has 1 timeout remaining. Lee with 2. Lee leads the game 83-67, shooting 62% for the game. They're just unconscious from the field here in the second half at 70%. Tusculum 45% for the game. Not quite that unconscious here in the second half, but around the same, around about 45%. They've hit just 9 of 25 from 3. Lee has attempted 8 and made 4 of them. And Keaton Dodson has 2, the former Pioneer. Lee out rebounding Tusculum 29-24. Tusculum with 11 steals. Everything else pretty even with the exception of points in the paint. Bench points. Peeler on the right wing. Here's Davis. 83-67. Can we get a 3? Peyton Woods defended by Copeland. Shoots over him and he's fouled. Copeland commits the foul. They know to clear out and close out, I should say, on Peyton Woods. Copeland picks up his 4th. Double bonus, but 3 at the free throw line for Peyton Woods. 2,467 career points at Wayne County High School, coached by his dad, and played with Trey Blevins. Blevins, who started at Wayne County as an 8th grader, all-time leading scorer in school history, is Trey. Peyton with 362 career three-pointers, 5th in Kentucky high school history. Peyton, who had 89% of his free throws his freshman year at Chattanooga, 86% his sophomore year, 80% here to start his Tusculum career, but he makes all 3 of those. So it's a 13-point game, and is there magic? I don't know why we stopped play. Tusculum allows them to set up in a full court. Sudicum. Tusculum with 3 in that backcourt. Can they force the turnovers without fouling? Sudicum in the lane on a double team. Missed it. Weak side rebound by Colin. He's been the player of the game. Sudicum. Colin. He'll kick it back out to Copeland. 2 minutes to play. 20 seconds to shoot. Lee by 13. Colin spinning, losing it out of bounds with 9 to shoot, but it was tipped out by Tusculum. Pioneers return home next Wednesday, and we welcome perennial conference favorite Lincoln Memorial. That should be fun. To Pioneer Arena. LMU off to a 3-0 start this year. They play tonight against Shorter on the road in the Gulf South. LMU will then play Virginia Wise at home on Saturday before coming here to Pioneer Arena next Wednesday. 8 to shoot. Inbound. This will be Sudicum. Sudicum. Colin driving, shooting, missing. Rebound tipped and controlled by Woods. Davis quickly to the front court. Puts it right to the rim and one. Jackie Davis. Did not finish that play in the first half. Has finished it consistently here in the second. Ridgway's third. Montgomery comes back in. So Davis goes to the line for 1. 9 in the game for Davis. Had a season best 4 against King. Free throw, no good. Mitchell battles for the rebound, comes away with it, puts it in. Brandon Mitchell. Is there more magic? 83-74, 90 seconds to play. Sudicum into the front court. 3-on-2 break. Out to Montgomery, and they'll burn clock. Levi Woods, Sudicum. Watched by Peyton Woods. And then Woods will foul out of the game. Reaching, committing his 5th, sending a very good free throw shooter to the stripe. So Woods' game is over. He'll finish with 16 tonight. 3 of 6 from the field, 10 of 11 at the free throw line. 19 for Hartle all in the first half. 16 Woods, 15 for Donaldson. Sudicum 7 points. Goes to the free throw line. Had 17 against Miles, where he makes the front end of the 1-and-1. Parker is at just 2 points against Tusculum in their first meeting 6 days ago. 60% on the year, but he calmly makes 2 more free throws here. 85-74, and that probably did it for the Pioneers. Davis, foul line extended, no good. Rebounded by Smith, put back is good. DeShante Smith. 85-76, Lee. Copeland, harassed. Ridgway will back it out. Copeland to Woods, Tusculum scrambling, and Peeler commits the foul. So Peeler with his second. 2 shots for Levi Woods. Done a nice job tonight. Those season numbers wouldn't indicate that. 6 of 11 at the free throw line. Levi Woods tonight, 3 for 3 at the free throw line with 15 points. Levi with a new season high of 15 points here in the game, and he knocks in yet another free throw. $1986. Last Pioneer win against Lee. Woods made them both. A guy who was coaching that day Right across from me, Mike Hollowell. DeShonte Smith. Oh, they're going to call a block on Woods as DeShonte Smith gets into the lane. It's a tough call. Levi Woods looked to be planted, rooted like a tree. Apparently not. So DeShonte Smith will go to the free throw line. Led Montevallo to a 25-win season last year and a top 5 ranking in the state. He was an All-State first-team selection. Junior, he was the second-team All-State selection, leading his team to the Alabama 3A Elite 8. He'll make the free throw. DeShonte perfect on the year from the stripe. Finalist for Mr. Basketball in the state of Alabama. His senior year, 20 points a game, 8 rebounds a game, 5 assists, 2 blocks, did a little bit of everything except sell popcorn, which was good for his coach. And a timeout asked for by Tusculum. It will be their final timeout here of the basketball game. We'll take it and return in a minute. 40 seconds to play. It's Lee 87, Tusculum 78. Pioneer basketball continues after this from Pioneer Arena on the Pioneer Sports Network.
Tusculum College is Tennessee's first college. Established in 1794, Tusculum's beautiful campus is nestled in the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains, where students from all around the world have found a home. Tusculum can help you pioneer your path to success. Visit online for more information at tusculum.edu or call 423-636-7300 and discover the Pioneer experience for yourself.
(87-78), Tusculum down to Lee. Lee trying to spoil the Pioneer home opener, Nick Pasqua's home opener. Will not get easier. We go play in a second home of sorts. Pioneer Arena West, they had dubbed it for a long time. Tusculum had so much success at Holt Fieldhouse at Carson Newman, but they won't play Carson Newman. They'll play Columbus State this Saturday at 4. Before returning here to Pioneer Arena next Wednesday to take on a perennial favorite and national contender, Lincoln Memorial. Copeland is stripped of the basketball and a late whistle from across the court will go on Jackie Davis. That'll be his 4th. Double bonus for Seducum, I believe, or Copeland. I can't remember. Copeland it is. Copeland will go to the line. He's made all of his free throws this year. Coming in 2 of 2. And he's 5 for 5 on the year as he makes that one. 10-point Lee lead. And not too long ago, Lee with the victory, 83-67 against the Pioneers. So 37 seconds to play. Davis will pick it up. Kick it out, right side. Donaldson will drive and lose it on the scoop going to the rim, and another whistle for a foul. Donaldson thought he was fouled. DeShonte Smith took a tough one to the face. I think that was kind of on just a hustle play by the Flames. And Copeland is fouled. And Brandon Mitchell will pick up his 4th. Double bonus, Copeland again. And that's the case for DeShonte Smith. He's just some unfriendly fires. He gets inside the paint trying to pick up a loose ball. I think he took a heel to the eyebrow, and he's cut. He'll have to come out of the game. He's bleeding. Free throw by Copeland is good. Copeland, as his coach would say, Bubba Smith, glad just have him back healthy. Missed him last year. Just a season they'd like to forget, just didn't have it. He finally misses at the free throw line. Mitchell rebound. Davis, outside 3, Donaldson. It won't go. Rebound comes down to Colin, man of the match. No question about it. Colin has had a game. 16 points for him, now with 5 rebounds in the game. Pioneers, Nick Pasqua says back off, that's enough. And Lee will sweep Tusculum. And if Tusculum's to end this long losing streak of 17 consecutive games, They'll have to do it next year, potentially. Bubba Smith's Flames get out to a 4-0 start as they knock off the Pioneers, putting up 90 points in the game and just outscoring the Pioneers in the paint. And that's how they did it. After the Pioneers went on a nice run to end the first half, after a bad first 10 minutes, the Pioneers had a 1-point lead. But Lee, 54 points here in this second half, defeat the Pioneers by 12. We invite you to stay tuned. Our Pioneer postgame is coming up. Again, your final, Tusculum 90, Lee 78. Thanks for listening to Pioneer Basketball. Now stay tuned to the Pioneer postgame on the Pioneer Sports Network.
Pioneer Basketball on the Pioneer Sports Network has been brought to you by Greenville.